Hey Ewan, Jake here. I wanted to record this video for you because I'm not able to get on the call today, and I wanted to not keep you hanging on your searches. So I wanted to give you a good understanding exactly what we're looking for, exactly how we do it. We can do this through you can do this through Zillow, Redfin, um, Trulia. Zillow owns Trulia, so it's Zillow or Redfin typically what we use. Zillow is a lot easier because they have all markets. So if I zoom out here, I mean they're nationwide. Redfin does not go nationwide. They have some markets they don't. They're not in, so they don't have the data for that. So I typically use Zillow for the most part. So um, I know you had mentioned that you're finding houses, new builds, and I'm sure that they're um, like builders building out houses in new home communities. Um, Now, that's great for if we were to buy 150 acres and sell to a builder. Those are a lot tougher to do. So we typically just use the single family residence in an infill lot that is in the area of where the properties are. So let me give you I'm going to break this down as really as easy as possible. Another thing, and on those properties, like I had mentioned on the audios that I sent you, it's really easy to look at $400,000 houses up to $1 million and say, cool, these are selling, new builds. It's really awesome. But the price per square foot is typically what we look at. The value needs to be there, but the price per square foot is the denominator that we have to go by to make sure that it's a buy or a potential buy. So without further ado, let me go ahead and click in here to Phoenix. I'm just going to use this as an example. I've got two screens pulled up. I've got both of these here. So this, I'm going to go through the attributes of exactly what I'm looking at, and then you can kind of mess around and do what you need to do the same way. So we've got for sale, and in this for sale, I want by agent or by owner. I don't want foreclosures. We don't want any foreclosed because you cannot. Let's say I wanted to buy something in my contract of Jake Widmer. Well, I don't do that. I use a corporation on wholesaling. But if I was to pick up something, any name whatsoever, on a foreclosure or REO, real estate owned property, typically you cannot assign those contracts. So what you would need to do, let's say I wanted to buy something in Arizona and it was a ridiculous deal and it was a foreclosure. Well, I would need to create an LLC in that state, which in Arizona is pretty simple. California, I would not do it because you have $800 yearly fees, which is crazy. And I know other states are like that too, but Arizona is you just create it and it's like $50 or something like that, and you only buy the property in that you only use that LLC to buy that property, and you can actually on the wholesale you can't wholesale legally, but what you could do is you can assign ownership of the LLC. So I could assign the ownership of 1234 Mesa LLC to you while the transaction is going on, and you give me the assignment fee, or you take over the contract, and at close you own the LLC now, and you take all rights, ownership, whole 9 yards, which is simple. But because we don't really like to mess with that, because there's too many headaches, too many hoops to jump through, we don't even touch foreclosed, pre-foreclosures, anything, auctions. So buy agent, buy owner. Up to $100,000 price range is what we like to be in for lots. Bed bath, you don't need to worry about that. Lots, you just go down to lots. And then here on the lots, it's really easy. You're just going to go 1 acre. Oops. 1 acre max size because we don't want to deal with anything over 1 acre. Days on Zillow, any, doesn't matter. Everything is what it is except for the 1 acre. Now we have our properties. Okay. So now I wouldn't just start going in here and going, oh, cool, $79,900. You know, that sounds good. Maybe I can make an offer for $50,000, see if it gets accepted. I wouldn't do that. So again, I have this other screen open on the other tab, and I am going to look at the pockets. Oh, well, let me show here. So these need to be, the criteria needs to be sold, $400,000 price range and up. So I usually I'll go 1 million on the max. So 400,000 to a million. And we like to be in the probably 450 to 950 range. If we're hovering around that $400,000 mark, 397, it's just not going to be a deal. So in fact, I'll just go 450 and I'll go 950,000 on this. So here's our criteria: beds, baths, it does not matter. Houses only. And then on the search criteria on the more, square feet. Now Zillow's kind of weird. A lot of their information will have 0 square feet. And because we can't really find the actual true details on that through Zillow, we just put 500 square feet minimum. Now, on 450,000, so we have to, this is where you crunch numbers. $450,000 minimum value. I'm going to pull the calculator up here. Where do I need it to be minimum price per square foot on the sell in order for me to know that it's a deal? Well, I'm going to want around the $250 price per square foot on the sell. So I calculate that. Actually, I could go up to 2,000 square feet, and that's going to be a minimum of $225 per square foot and up, because it's 450 up to 950. So that 2,000 square feet is my highest number square footage I'm going to search for. So again, over here, 500 minimum on the square footage, and I'm actually going to go to 2,000 square feet. So 450,000 minimum price up to a maximum of, divided by a maximum of 2,000 square feet, is $225 minimum square foot price per square foot sold. Lot size, 1 acre maximum, and 12 months, sold in the last 12 months, a typical comp. So now here's my pockets. So you see here in the Phoenix area, I mean, I've got spread out. I mean, again, you can go nationwide with this. I'm just giving you an idea. Phoenix. So now I've got this tab opened up here where I've got my for sale lots under $100,000, under an acre. And then here's my my sold properties that are over 450 and under 950, up to 2,000 square feet. So now you're just going to kind of look and you're going to try to match. So, you know, you look into the areas here. I mean, these are the lots for sale. I mean, this, I always look at, like, you know, freeway boxes, you know, and if you look at that, then you're going to do the same thing over here. And really, sorry, I can get those out, pop-ups out. Our lots in this area, see the pockets of the sale, 600 to 520. You know, there's nothing over here. Over here, you get a little closer, there's 3 houses here that sold in the Roosevelt area, and there's nothing here for sale. So our lots are all down here. Well, if we go down here, there's nothing that's sold in the past year in our price criteria. So that's not going to work. So these lots are no good. In here, so look at this pocket here. I'm zooming in. This pocket right here, tons of houses that have sold for the price range we're looking for. No lots for sale. Up to $100,000. Now I could mess around with it and say, well, let me say 150. You know, maybe the numbers will work out. There's nothing there. So I'm just going to pull it back to 100 and continue my search. So again, you want to find the pockets of where houses are selling for big money, for good price per square foot, and then try to match that with the lots. So I think that's pretty explanatory. It's a lot of tedious work, to be honest with you. I'll work on this all day long, and I'll just be in certain communities and really trying to find things. And it can take a lot of time. So I just wanted to forewarn you on that. If you got the time, you got the energy to do this, then absolutely, definitely press in and do your best. If not, if you can set up a bot like you were talking about that can go into these communities and say, bam, I found this pocket right here, big pocket, that the price per square foot is where Jake needs it to be. And then you set up another bot or the same bot or whatever that said, okay, in this area here, I need to find a lot that's on the market. Great. That'd be great. And again, if there's off market stuff, if you can find an off market lot, even better, because you probably get a better price. So I apologize about not getting on the call today, but I wanted to create this video for you. I'm sure if you have any questions, hopefully I broke it down to where you understand this, but it's very straightforward. You can zoom out on each one of these and just kind of look at where the pockets are. Like here's something right here. Look at all these lots for sale between Sun City and Morristown. Well, between Sun City and Morristown on this for sale or sold map, there's nothing there. So we wouldn't even want to even look at those lots. So hope this made sense. I'm going to send you the link from YouTube on the messenger and watch it. Let me know your thoughts and we can go from there. All right, man. Take care, Ewan. Have a wonderful day.